guys? So, day 25, we got triples on close grip. We're going to hit this 225 real quick. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I think this is going to move exceptionally well. This should probably move at the speed of sound. Yeah, so we got RP 7, I believe it is what it's supposed to be. Yeah, RP 7 triple, close grip. See how she does. I feel all right. I'm warmed up. I feel better than yesterday, I'll say that. Yeah. All right. Well, that's anticlimactic for sure. All right. Let's do some back offs. We got 5s, I believe. And we got a 3x5, 185. That top set moved. Honest to God, probably a little too well. I probably should have went up a little bit, but I would rather sandbag week 1 than to overshoot it. I'd rather keep the RP on the lower side just to keep the momentum going. So I'd rather be like an RP 6 to 7 than to do like a 7 to 8. Just because we want to be able to come in and week out and still be able to add weight on that top set. That's what's important, really. It's building like the momentum for like those last couple sets. We talked about it before. That's not where we're building strength. You know, we're not getting stronger week in and week out by just adding more weight. We're expressing our strength. We are getting some type of stimulus from that heavy stuff. I don't think it's making us stronger. I think it's adapting us to be able to hold more weight, and our back offs and accessories are what's going to make us stronger. Whew. I don't think I did 5 reps that last set. I think I just hit a triple. But I'll know when I watch this back. If I did, I apologize. I need like a counter. I need something that like audibly watches me and like counts it out or something. Alright, that was definitely 5. I'll say that. Ah. Oh my Lord. Ah. Oh. All right. Yeah. training's in the books. Pretty decent day, I think so. 225 for that top set on close grip was, that moved super well. I don't know. My close grip just seems to be like tacking on every single day to day, which makes sense. We're going hard on triceps. We're doing a bunch of stuff like that. But dude, my close grip just keeps going higher and higher. I can't believe the 225 moved that quickly. Honestly, for week 1 triple, I'm very happy with that. Back off sets 185 for 5. That moves super well. That's going to be another one. Come next block, like we're going to have to go up on that back off set because it's extremely easy. It's really good. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It moved super well. JM press, we went a lot heavier this week for this block. We got more. I had not done JM press for a few, honestly, probably for over a year now. So adding that back in, I needed that block to kind of get into it. I need my triceps to get back to where they were. I needed to get the size back on them, the strength back on them. But once I did, we went up quite a bit in weight on that JM press. Took it real hard. Then we did some cable stuff, some tricep extensions, face pulls, curls, overhead, whatever, all that type of stuff. So if you guys watched a lot of my videos, you'll know that normally what I was doing in my tricep days, I was doing like a block press on the Smith machine. Decided to pull that out. I wanted less direct volume when in pressing because of my shoulder. Mostly just because that pec tendon on the right side is a little irritated. I got some problem in my upper back between like my shoulder blade and my spine. I injured it years and years ago, and it hasn't been right. It's either too tight or I don't have a lot of control over it. So something I'm working out right now. Doing a lot of electrostim on it. I'm using like one of like the they're almost like, I don't even know what you would call it, but it's like a lacrosse ball almost, like that style. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. But I've been using that to massage it. I can feel the scar tissue in there, breaking that up and stuff. Things feel better, but I wanted less volume when it came to like pressing. I wanted less of this, and I wanted more like accessory stuff. I just feel like my bench volume maybe was too high and the amount of sets per week I was doing. And I did not want to take away my other 2 benches on like the other, on non-bench days. I didn't want to take away my pin press. I didn't want to take away my Larson. Because for one, those movements work really well for me. But for 2, benching throughout the week is the key to me, for me to bench. And honestly, for anybody, if you're trying to bench 3 plates or more, you need to be benching at least 3 times a week, if not 4. It's more about the frequency of it when it comes to like for a whole week, the frequency. So I don't want to take that out. I didn't want to take out one of my other movements, or one of the movements out of another day. I want to be able to bench 4 times per week. And if that means I got to take sets off or different exercises off on my two like bench days, then so be it. And that's what we end up doing on our main bench day. We took incline out. So now we're just going to do our normal competition bench. And then I switched it up. I didn't like the Smith machine bench. For one, I just didn't. I like the guillotine press, but it hurt my shoulders too much. And I like the incline, but honestly, it was probably the main thing that was irritating my pec tendon. So I need to make a good switch here. I need to make a smart decision, so I did. So what I decided to do instead is we're going to do our normal bench like we had been. And then I switch it to do a reverse grip bench. Try to get something a little nicer on my shoulders, a little easier, while still getting like pretty decent direct pec work. And then we're going to do some dips instead of dumbbell flies. The dips might seem contradictory to like the incline, taking incline out and guillotine and dumbbell flies or whatever. And I get that because it seems like I wanted to replace one thing that was direct pec work for more things that were direct pec work. But I would much rather have dips in there and take other things out than everything else. So We just got dip bars for the my power rack. I just got them in. I think they came out actually on Monday night or Tuesday. So next week we're going to use them. I've been wanting dip bars for a while. So we're going to start doing those. I got some. I got a belt too, like a chain belt, so I can do some weighted dips. So I'm really excited about that. I'm going to add those in. I'm going to have a blast with those. I haven't done dips in a super long time since I've been working out at home and not in a gym. And I miss it. Dips are great. I love dips. But since I took out the block press, I didn't want to just take it out. I wanted to replace it with something else, if that makes sense. Especially when it comes to stimulus and fatigue. So what I wanted to replace it with more isolation work, more of like a bodybuilder style stuff. So I got a ton of pressing in through the week. I mean, I have a competition bench. I have like a secondary on my main day. I have pin press, I have Larson press, I have close grip bench, and then I have a JM press. So I already have a ton of stuff already. And that's with me taking out the incline press, the guillotine press, and the block press. So I was pressing a lot through the week. Now, we took some stuff out, and I didn't want to just take it out. I wanted to replace it. And what I wanted to replace it with was just something I felt like maybe I had been lacking, something I could build further, or something like that. So what we ended up doing, as you guys saw, was those almost like a raise superset. So I'm doing a lateral raise, I'm doing like a rear raise, and then I'm doing like a front raise. I just wanted more work on my shoulders. I wanted more on my delts, my fronts, my lats, my lateral head, or my whatever, and my rear delts. That's what I wanted to replace it with. I thought that I didn't need any more pressing. I didn't need any more triceps. I needed my pecs to be able to recover a little bit because I do use a lot of pecs when it comes to, my close grip gets a lot of pec work, but my Larson press gets a ton of pec work. My pin press gets a ton of pec work. My main bench day, my secondary movement on my bench day is pec focus. I have a third pec focus. So I wanted to take some time. So what's the best thing I can do that's not for my bench, that's not triceps or pecs? That's shoulders. And I just wanted to get myself that just more well-rounded shoulders when I push them like a bodybuilder does. So it's kind of what we're going to do. We threw them in there to see kind of how this will go. We just did 2 quick little sets of 10s. Next week, we're going to come back in. If we can, we're going to add a set or 2 more. Because again, all my accessories are going to be 2 to 4 sets depending on how I feel that day. Helps me auto-regulate myself. And if it's there, then it's there. And I'll do them with more control and stuff. But I kind of wanted to see going into like my main bench day coming up in 3 days. Like, is there any fatigue in my shoulders from this? So see my front delts, am I feeling more fatigue there? Or honestly, will this help? I feel like with my bench, a lot of the times priming muscles and movers and things of that nature a day or 2 or whatever before helps a ton. So having like the Larson press before my close grip bench day helps a ton. I don't know why exactly. I'm not a sports doctor. God, I couldn't even think of the word right there of what to say. Anyways, I don't know like biochemical engineering or anything like that. It's not my field. So I don't know why it's like that. But if I can leave Thursday with a bit of soreness in my triceps, shoulders, and pecs for my Larson press, then I know coming into my close grip, I feel like fresher, if that makes sense. Louis Simmons talked about it before. He said he always benched better with sore triceps. If he could get his triceps to be sore the day before, or do some stuff the day before to come into his bench day sore, he said he always benched better with sore triceps. And I don't really know why that is. Doesn't make a ton of sense to me. If you guys know, and you guys study the one word that I cannot think of right now, so it makes me look like an idiot. But you know what I mean. If you guys study this type of stuff and you understand why, please, for the love of God, let me know. I don't really quite understand why coming in more fatigued a little bit in this movement helps, other than it's just priming my body, getting it ready to go. But doesn't matter. But yeah, I do better when it comes to primer movements. So I'm hoping that these raises really help take my bench kind of to kind of higher when it comes to Monday. Now, we got 2 days in between, 1 day of a lower body and then a rest day. So it maybe quite won't be priming, but I don't want to carry too much fatigue. I don't want to be too sore. So we threw it in real quick. We're going to see how this works. We're just going to call it our raises superset because we're doing all 3 raises in all directions. So that's my thoughts with it. It's where I'm at. My triceps right now are on fire. My arms are shaking right now on this armrest in this chair because my triceps are cooked. So we did a great job. Phenomenal job. Week 5, which is week 1 of this block. Week 5 total of the prep is done. I believe we're like 100. We are 99 days out from the meet. The good old 99. So we were in double digits of days out from this meet, which means obviously we're getting closer. But this means that like the focus needs to shift towards the meet more and more and more as we get closer and closer. We need to focus more. We need to really be intentional with what we're doing. This programs need to everything needs to start coming together. I'm still making tweaks kind of as we go, but I do talk about it. I don't like to make too many tweaks, but I want to make smart decisions, smart choices, and if I'm going to change things, it needs to be for the better. And now is the time to start doing that stuff to where I want to make small changes intermittently just to see like, okay, how does this affect this? How does this affect this? Because here, and honestly, in a matter of weeks, we're going to be locked into the program, and it just is what it is. So week 5's done. Week 1 of this block. So we got week 6, which is RP7s basically. We went from RP6s on a lot of these movements to now we're going to do RP7s, which is exciting because that means we're getting closer and closer and closer to our RP9 week, which everybody knows is a ton of fun. It's always fun to push these movements to go super heavy on them. So that's all I got for today. I'm going to keep talking if I don't quit this video at some point, like always. So if you guys are watching this far, God bless you. I understand that I talk and yap a lot, but I hope you guys like pick something up from this because this is kind of how I learn, is just watching other people talk about lifting and picking up small little things that they do. So I think that's all I got for today. If you guys like the video, hit like, please. Helps me out a ton. Helps the channel grow. Thanks for watching. If you guys do like this style content, then subscribe to my channel. I post vlogs 5 times a week. Then the other 2 days, I like to post something else. So a lot of times I post something about programming, gym equipment, things that I think about exercises or this or that. So I try to post every single day of the week, a long form video at least. So we're just kind of pumping out content right now, trying to help this channel grow, helping the vlog grow. But other than that, that's all I got. Again, thanks for watching, guys. We don't have an outro around here, so the video just cuts off. And that's it. So